So as you all know by now, a new game called Mad City has risen practically out of nowhere and has impressively beaten the unbeatable Jailbreak in doing so. And I noticed that ever since Mad City took the spot of number 1, Jailbreak seemed to keep bringing updates, which I never quite noticed before. And I've had people who play Jailbreak quite a lot tell me that before Mad City, Jailbreak rarely got updated. So this kind of reminds me of the current Fortnite and Apex Legends situation. Fortnite was number 1 for a very long time and yet rarely got updated with things that the players wanted. But now that Apex Legend is threatening Fortnite's place, Fortnite are now bringing out a lot of updates that people have been asking for a very long time. So I guess both situations seem kinda similar. Except with Mad City and Jailbreak, Mad City already added a new kind of heist, which basically means a new place to rob. In this case it's a nightclub, but what's different with this is police can also rob it. They also added 3 new vehicles and a new weapon already. Now what could Jailbreak possibly come up with that they didn't have before, but also something that could be 3 great things that Mad City have added? That's right, tunnels. To compete with the new robberies, vehicles and weapons, Jailbreak have added some tunnels. I mean, they also mentioned something about a new robbery that's coming soon, but other than that, just, you know, tunnels. And believe it or not, but a day after I started making this video, Mad City have released yet another big update. It is currently known as the airport update and has not only brought us an airport with a new mission, but also 3 new vehicles, including a fighter jet, a helicopter and a jetpack. And it looks like Mad City is not the only game that has brought us a new big update, but in fact, Jailbreak also released one on the exact same day. And it seems that their update is focused around robberies, with a new jewelry store, something we had before, but this time it has 6 different floors. It says something about bank possibilities, which I'm not quite sure what that means. And I suppose you now earn 3 times more money at the gas station and donut shop. So I went to look for this new airport that Mad City had promised us, and it literally took me 15 minutes to find it. I spent like 10 minutes driving around, but then I found a helicopter and flew around for 5 minutes before I actually spotted what I assume is the airport. I really don't know how people easily navigate in this game. It's so big and doesn't really make it that clear where things are. Or maybe they do and I'm not very smart. But anyway, I landed in what I think is the airport to then only find out that the aircrafts were priced at $250,000, $1 million and $4 million. And as someone who doesn't play Mad City, I have $16,000, so I'm not quite able to afford those vehicles just yet. The jetpack wasn't in plain sight, and to be fair, I didn't really look for it, but after doing some research, it seems like you need a keycard to even get to the jetpack, and I kind of skimmed through this video and there's literally a whole mission type thing to find the jetpack, but when you do it seems like it's free, so that's kind of cool. As for the Jailbreak update, we have the jewelry store, which was much easier to find than the airport, but I will say that it looks terrifying from the outside. I'm not sure if those things are supposed to stick out of the building like that, but they do. The jewelry store robbery, which is exactly the same as before, same amount of cash and same way of robbing it, except this time it takes a little bit longer to escape from it, as in 6 floors longer. And the obstacles to get out of every floor get increasingly harder each floor, as well as much harder than the old ones. And I will admit that I did die on the 3rd floor the first time I tried to do it. And whilst I was waiting for the jewelry store to reopen, I was just driving up and down the street when I noticed the one and only tunnel. This is the tunnel we mentioned earlier, the tunnel that they made a whole update about. Here is some live footage of me going through said tunnel. What a truly incredible and life-changing experience that was. I am for sure never going back to Mad City, for we now have this tunnel. Now, I mentioned that the obstacles are now much harder than they were before, and that is completely true. That is until you realise that those things hanging out from the side of the building are more than likely a big mistake, and the obstacles have actually been misplaced, therefore creating a nice space that you can easily just walk through on each floor, and passing the obstacles like they don't even exist. Or I at least hope that this is a huge mistake, because otherwise what is the point in the obstacles? But anyway, let me know what you guys think of the updates from both games. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.